did it make you feel on the inside?
It made me feel ugly. It made me feel ugly. And in the summer, like from there, it scarred me. I wore winter jackets and hot heat. So I stayed in a bubble.
I was bullied a lot up until about the 10th grade. And it would get to the point that I would pretend that I was sick every morning. Just anything to get me out of it, because my anxiety about it was so bad. My anxiety surrounding being bullied, being tormented, was so bad that I couldn't even bear going to school.
It's crazy because you go through depression, and then little by little you start bullying yourself in your mind, you know? And it's like you're trying to realize that it's not like you're different, but it's because you're artistic, and you're not because you're dumb or something, you know?
Watching all these news stories about these kids as young as 8, 9, 10 years old considering ending their lives, running away, just because the torment is so bad.
A couple of weeks ago, a 13-year-old boy in Staten Island killed himself because he was being bullied. I had a staff meeting and asked, how many people here have been bullied? And everybody raised their hand.
Well, when I hear about a young person taking his life because of that, it really makes me mad, because I wish somebody would have told them that everything gets better.
Despair, right? It's absolutely despair. To take your own life is the last, is the last entity, isn't it, really?
Abandonment, not fitting in. I mean, so many people have felt those exact words.
Not good enough.
Anxious that it's going to happen again.
Totally exposed, because they do this so that you can feel horrible in front of everyone.
Insecure.
No self-esteem.
Helpless. Everybody's against me.
Inferior.
Inadequate.
Misunderstood.
Worried.
There's just so much hurt. There's not enough understanding to be yourself.
Back in junior high school, I would walk through the cafeteria and they would pick on me for being flat-chested, pick on me for being like a tomboy. They would call me dyke. I'll tell you that the fact that I'm sitting here telling you this means that it affected me on some level.
The worst thing about being bullied is you start to question things you know for sure about yourself.
I've been bullied as a child, I've been bullied in relationships. I feel like almost powerless, and that somebody's trying to control me.
I didn't really, fit the mold. And that followed me, at first it was being in kindergarten, and they would call me a girl. They'd be like, you're not a boy, you don't like boy things, you're a girl.
Those insecurities that I had going back from elementary school continued through my life and into my marriage until my divorce was over. It's affected me in so many different aspects of my life.
I think we get bullied in business, in life, and you question why and how, and is it very common? And of course it is.
I think bullies are motivated by their own self-esteem. I think that they are dealing with something internally, and some people don't know how to express that, and I think that taking somebody else's happiness or joy makes them feel more powerful.
I think a lot of it has to do with availability of social media to everybody. It used to be they would pick on you from the back of a classroom and only your friends or your teacher would hear. But now it's posted and it lives online forever.
Today, bullying is really taken to greater levels, and not just youngsters. I think that you can be bullied at any age.
And no one should be bullied. And at some point, we have got to stop that.
Everyone's different in their own unique way, and I think everyone should be out of the box instead of being in the bubble.
I dealt with the bullying by finding my own self-worth and realizing that once you do, nobody can take that away from you again.
I finally said, forget this. It's not my fault that these people don't have enough security, don't have enough self-esteem, don't have enough feeling of self-worth, that they can't go a day without making somebody else feel smaller.
I feel that I overcame it. I'm a better person from it, and it made me stronger.
I decided that that day was the day that I stopped being bullied. That's it.
I'm not weird, and I'm not what everybody else tells me. I'm just artistic, and I just think differently, and it's okay,
Now in my life, I feel like colorful. I can be who I am and not have to worry about what other people think about me because I don't care anymore.
I don't ever want to be anything but who I am. I actually love me. I'm so happy that I don't fit in with the norm.
I think we always look for this moment of clarity to hit us like, you know, a ray of sun through clouds. And there's this epiphany where I'm just not gonna take it anymore. But really, I think one day you wake up and just decide, today's it. I feel different, I feel more confident. It leads to the feelings of knowing you're okay, knowing that everyone's weird.
Confident,
Brave,
Freeing.
strong.
honest.
You feel like you belong.
My hope would be that people that are different can learn to embrace that about themselves, because nothing good comes out of mediocrity. It's always about being different. That's what greatness comes from.
If you allow yourself to be a victim, then your whole life will be governed that way. Allow yourself to be helped, you know.
Be strong and be defiant. And don't let someone else's opinion dictate to you who you are.
I think what's most important to me is that I don't want my children to ever feel the way I felt.
I want to show my son it's okay to be different.
I think you have to be you and be real and love who you are. And that's all that really matters.
If we can learn as a society to accept people for who they are, what they look like, to learn tolerance, to learn acceptance, then that's the only way we can really conquer bullying. We have to come together as human beings. That's the only way we're going to win.
Cut out the bullying, period.
This is my idea.
Beauty against bullying. Be part of something more.